Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I am on the air. Jason Tanner with you here. And we do have the new bridge. So I don't have to be too embarrassed about that. I'll just be embarrassed about the boxes on the floor and stuff like that. I'll find something to be embarrassed about no matter what. For the people that don't understand why someone on the left, like myself, gets upset with the Democratic Party and doesn't cheer and rah, rah, rah for the home team all the time, no matter what they do. Some things are bothering me right now that have been bothering me for months. Why was it several months ago that some people on the Joe Biden team had to lose their jobs? I don't care about them. I don't care about politicians or anybody that works in government, really. But why is it that some people on the team there had to go away because they admitted that they had smoked the evil marijuana weed at one point or another in their lives? And yet Kamala Harris pretty much bragged about it at one time, and she didn't have to lose her job. And why didn't Kamala Harris stand up for those other people and say, if they go, I go? Something like that. Why is there so much treachery in politics and so much inconsistency with morals? As Democrats, and I don't know if I'm a Democrat anymore or what I am. I'm an independent. I'm not a Republican, that's for sure. But I don't feel comfortable in the DNC. If the Democratic Party was just the Democratic Party, I would be okay. But the Democratic Party has turned into the DNC, and if you don't get along with the DNC, well, you're not really welcome in the Democratic Party, and they'll brand you as right-wing. But my point was, why is there so much treachery, and morality? That sort of subjective morality, depending on the situation, inconsistent morality. That used to be why I resisted the Republican Party, because it seemed like they were all over the map. In some cases, they were fine with immorality, and in some cases, they were gung-ho about enforcing their ideas of morality, and they're probably still the same way, but I don't pay that much attention to them anymore. I just kind of expect what I expect from them, and it's not much, but I expect more from the Democratic Party because that was the party I believed in for so long. But why is it that Kamala Harris is still on the Joe Biden team if it's very well known that she smoked the evil weed that Joe Biden is so against and has been against since the early 70s, as far back as I can remember him in the public spotlight? I don't understand. I sincerely don't understand. I'm not just trying to make a mountain out of a molehill or something like that. I really don't get the logic, and I wish that there was some logic, but I guess I shouldn't expect logic. I shouldn't get my hopes up so high, I suppose, for anything anymore. Tulsi Gabbard, somebody I was actually for in the presidential, what do you want to call them, the playoffs, leading up to the actual election against Biden and Trump against each other. But I was for Tulsi Gabbard going up against Trump. That would have been an interesting thing for me. But the other day she was tweeting about how people in politics need to understand that cannabis is a helpful thing to so many people. And everybody in America pretty much knows this. There's some people, especially some politicians, who think it's not politically correct to admit it, but and some probably still genuinely believe it, that the reefer madness is going to cause all kinds of problems. I heard a guy the other day in North Carolina and the government here talking about the things that, the reasons why he was against it. One of them was because it could cause lung disease, and How many instances of that have we had? Willie Nelson has been smoking pot forever, and yes, he did come down with emphysema at one time and had to stop smoking, but that doesn't mean you can't use edibles. Edibles aren't going to cause lung disease. So there's other ways to use cannabis, marijuana, without smoking it. And so I don't really understand the objection. I don't understand the objection. It's nice that North Carolina, where I'm living, is making some progress on the subject, but I've been complaining about it for years. Like, why are we so behind these other states that are finding so much tax revenue that they didn't have before? Why can't farmers in North Carolina that don't really get to grow tobacco anymore because tobacco's not as much in vogue anymore, why can't they find another crop? Why can't they use cannabis? And I've just been complaining. I'm not even a user. My doctor says I should be, but the politicians get to override doctors, apparently. And that's just where we're at, but it does look like baby steps. Baby steps are in order. So medical marijuana may get passed in North Carolina, but recreational marijuana probably not for a very long time. If my doctor, who I trust, says that I should be using it, maybe I can use medical marijuana. But I feel bad for everybody else who should probably be using it as well. Why can't people just be happy and mellow? There's a song, why, not why, but what's wrong with being happy? What's wrong with being happy? That's what I'd like to know. The lighting is so bad. I'm sorry that my face is all blah, blah, blah. I just got a haircut at least, so I look a little better on the hair level, and I got the teethers fixed, so I look a little better there. But the face, can't do too much about that. I may have to start wearing makeup. But smile more. Anyway, those are my, I don't want to say my beefs. That was an old Jay Leno bit when he used to be on the Letterman show all the time, late night in BC. But those are my things for today that I'm sort of like, not angry. I try not to be angry, but it's just frustrating that this drug war has been going on for so long, and it's been so unsuccessful and unproductive, and there's so much misery and mental health problems in the world that could be relieved if certain things were legalized. But there's people in government that believe that they'll lose votes if they try to legalize it, or they sincerely, like I said, they may sincerely believe in the reefer madness idea that people are just going to go crazy if they take certain substances that are presently not available to them. When they, obviously, if you look around, people are going crazy no matter what. You can't really blame a natural plant for that. People are going crazy no matter what. People are suicidal, people are homicidal, and it doesn't matter if they're smoking pot or not. In fact, smoking pot may be stopping a lot of suicides and homicides. So that's something to think about if you've never thought about it before. I don't like to presume that you haven't thought about it, but it's something that maybe should cross your mind more often, even if you do think about it. Because if you're mellow, everything's cool, man. No problem, man. We'll be like Jamaicans. No problem, man. Everything's fine. Kamala should know a little bit about that, right? But I really do not understand why some people had to lose their positions in Joe Biden's cabinet. Maybe they should have been gone anyway. I don't know. I don't even know who they were. But it seems weird that he would make such a stink about people smoking certain things and firing them. Well, when Kamala, yes, of course, I smoke marijuana. I'm Jamaican, man. It's part of my culture. And Tulsi, I love you, but you got to stop preaching to the choir and start preaching to the people that aren't really there yet. You gotta like talk to the man. You gotta get in there and talk with Joe Biden. A little hair on my shoulder here because I just got my hair cut and it's still what a slob, just a slob. I'm a slob in a squeaky chair. Anyway, got my coffee machine back there. I need to use it, really, I do. How about you? You want some coffee? I got plenty of it, as you can probably see. So, got my little filling station behind me. One other thing we should talk about, and nobody really wants to talk about this because it just seems to be giving people attention that maybe they don't deserve. But certain people calling other people on the so-called left, the so-called liberals, fighting with each other and calling each other Russian agents and then calling each other liars, and just if somebody calls you a Russian agent, they're not even worth responding to. You want to defend yourself, I understand that, but if somebody called me a Russian agent, I'd be like, fine, where's my money, Mr. Putin? I'd be driving a much better car if I was a Russian agent. That is for sure. So, if somebody wants to do that, they want to go, oh, fuck you, blah, 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 and on their show, they're only ruining their own platforms, and you don't need to give them any more attention than that. That's what they're seeking. They're seeking attention, just like they do with their constant clickbait stuff that they've always done. And why bother? I'm not even going to say their names, but why bother even giving them the time of day, and to waste all your time on your own YouTube channels talking about them? And even bad publicity is good publicity because it's publicity, and that's all they want is publicity. And they'll say anything and do anything to make sure that they get people talking about them, even if it's this horrible stuff. And if it feels that bad to you, you don't need to go on YouTube and express it. Take them to court for all of this slander against you. Obviously they're doing this, so why not teach them a lesson instead of just yakking back at them on YouTube forums? That's all I gotta say about that, really, because it's like so boring. I'm gonna whisper into my mic like Joe Biden does. I'm gonna whisper the secrets, but just don't give them any publicity that they don't deserve. I'm Jayson Tanner, by the way, in case you were wondering. I should have a chyron on the thing. It probably does come up every once in a while. But if you want to, I would like you to subscribe to my channel. I will do more and more videos, and especially now that I have my bridge in between my fangs, I don't feel so bad about doing them. And I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to talk correctly with the bridge, but that turns out not to be the case. I just got them just this morning, and I can talk just fine, and they look fine. And why not start doing more and more videos? Sometimes things in the news are just so boring, I don't want to talk about them, so I might have to do wrestling news or something like that instead. We will see what we do with this channel, and we're trying really hard to get to 5 subscribers right now. If we can get to 5 subscribers, that would be wonderful. Maybe I'll get monetized if I get 5 subscribers, and then we'll go for 10. How about that? If you want to support what we do here, I am the curator of the music at wreckingballradio.net. Please look for us online. We're on Live 365 and various other radio streams. You can find us there, but definitely check out our website. We do more playlisting and podcasts on the website, and there's also a PayPal link there, of course. That's right there at the top. And so if you want to support these shows here on YouTube, and if you like the radio stream and you want to support what we're doing musically, that would be wonderful if you can do that as well. Either way, you'll be helping to fund these videos, and really the main thing in my life is the radio stream. I do the videos for fun. I do the music stuff for fun as well because I love music, but I'm better at picking out music than I am at public speaking. So that's my main thing, is wreckingballradio.net. We've been on the air for 16 or so years now, so we're kind of an internet institution. I'm going to start calling us that. We're a radio institution, internet radio superhighway, information superhighway institution, wreckingballradio.net. I know there were others before we came on the scene, but we've been around for quite a while now, and some have come and some have gone, but we're still here because of you, our listeners at wreckingballradio.net. Thank you very much for loving what we do and all the wonderful letters that we get because of what we do at Wrecking Ball Radio. And thank you very much. I'm just going to leave it at that. And we'll talk soon. Peace for now. Peace forever. Amen and amen. A woman and a woman. However you want to say it. I don't want to be sexist. I don't want to be accused of anything. Leave me alone. Have a great day. And I'll talk to you very, very soon. All right? Alrighty.
wreckingballradio.net